There's a glut of expiring draft beer, kombucha, and cider around Vermont because restaurants and bars shut down during the pandemic. But instead of all of those kegs going to waste, Vermont brewers, spirit makers, and cideries teamed up with Feral Distributing to spin off the alcohol from those kegs to make hand sanitizer.
About a week after we made some internally, we actually had a local police chief stop in here and say, hey, I heard you guys, like word got out on the street, I heard you guys can make sanitizer. Can I get some for my guys?
Yeah.
We don't have any. The police are showing up here asking for help with keeping their people safe. What can we do? And he said, well, pause. Let me talk to some folks and let's see what we can come up with that utilizes our skills best. Rather than just making a few thousand bottles, let's see what we can do.
I think the reality was when a fire department, police station, hospital says, we don't have hand sanitizer, we have a job to do. And that job is like, making sure this entire community is healthy and safe. You just have to shut up and make hand sanitizer. We had no idea what we were doing 3 months ago. I don't think the world knew what it was doing 3 months ago, but we saw an opportunity to help, and we also saw an opportunity to keep our own lights on, and we just kind of pounced at it.
That's how we found Eric in this whole packaging situation. Eric called me at like 8 o'clock on a Thursday night and said, I found 250,000 empty plastic bottles, would you like them? And I said, I can't even figure out how to package those. And Eric was like, well, we can package maple leaves, we can package gallon jugs, we can package anything.
We couldn't make sanitizer here,
Right.
but we have a bottling line that was set up perfectly to put it in the containers, and we have distribution channels here in our warehouse where we're really good at getting things wrapped up on trucks. How many hand washes this is replacing or supplementing in the world. I haven't updated the math on it in a couple weeks. Tens of millions of hand washes.
We're talking truckload pallets. We're talking a good chunk of sanitizer that was born from that beer.
And if that's helping keep people safe and able to go about their daily business and adapt to the new world that we're living in, it's really, really powerful for us to be part of it.
The last 3 months, 4 months in this pandemic, I think has been hard on everyone. I mean, like restaurants, for example, I mean, that is the heart and soul of our communities, right? That's where creativity of the kitchen or behind the bar or like the celebration that happens at the table, that is the heart and soul of community, and COVID-19 just ripped it from us.
If you're ever wondering why your local and regional economy matters, you're finding that out right now via this project and all the things that are happening in your personal life.
Right, so we lost all these jobs, we lost all these people, but most importantly, we lost this meeting place for our communities to come together, celebrate food, celebrate creativity, and we need it back, right? So if we're gonna bring it back, we're gonna do it safely. And hand sanitizer it's one of the tools in the toolbox that we need to do this well.
We're doing something now that we would never have guessed we could do 4 months ago. It was just never crossed our radar as something that we would ever need to do or want to do.
Yeah, we never intended to do this. We intended to operate our business and to take care of the Vermont consumer and our retailers with fresh beer on tap all over the state of Vermont. 2020, it wasn't meant to be to have that fresh keg beer.
Our vodka still has made more hand sanitizer than vodka. It's a specialty piece of equipment imported from Germany, but it's made more hand sanitizer than vodka. And I think anybody that's been a part of this project can say this has given us a reason to go to work.
Because we couldn't do any of that if we didn't have employees that were of the same mindset and the same willingness to do whatever it takes.
It was born on collaboration. So in that spirit, we decided that we were going to work with some other organizations and say business to business and nonprofits that can help get this out throughout the entire state.
And the fact that we can take the resources we have, retool them, repurpose them, and get them out there at a time of need And the way we can make that visible to people is by donating the product as much as possible.
Our community needed it, first responders needed it, healthcare workers needed it, and frankly, people that we work with and sell and service all day, they needed it.
No one company could have produced this product, right? This took every single one of these companies that came together and said, you know, these are the tools that we have, how can we help? These are the tools that we have, how can we help?
Having done it in a collaborative spirit is really what it's all about.
This is all about bringing a lot of people together to solve all of our problems as much as we can together.
You know, Farrell's had the beer, Aquavite had the stripping still, we've got the column still, Citizen's got the truck, Runamuck's got the packaging facility. I mean, there's no one company that I just listed that actually could have made this start to finish. Right. But here it is.
You know, we have it now, and we're going to put really good use to this.
Farrell has been incredibly generous and committed to reopening Vermont.
This is going to get in the hands of thousands and thousands of Vermonters, whether it be through a purchase or whether it be through a donation to someone who needs it. But this is going to be a critical role in opening up this state.
I'm pretty sure that maple syrup has never saved a life. Something that we've done in the last 90 days, one of these bottles could be the thing that saves somebody's life, whether they don't know it. They may never know it. If they never get sick, then this thing has done their job.